upload it or something.
Oh, you screen record? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
6:15.
Oh,
Wait.
they're not gonna know. That guy's gonna know. Maybe I can use fireball buckets to hold it up. What else do you want?
This.
Might have to leave it.
I'm trying to turn it on. Here you go.
Okay, how often do we perform controls?
Daily.
Daily.
Every day.
Okay, she said to know about PPE and storage.
What did she want us to know about storage?
I guess, well, it says storage of blood components for transfusion should be separate from reagents. So I think that.
That's what I have, but is that it?
I think so. Let me see.
That's what I had wrote. It was like to make sure you keep them separate, stuff like that.
Yeah, not to mix stuff. Yeah, that's what I have. Yeah, under storage, that's the only thing we highlighted. Storage of blood and blood components for transfusion should be separate. Transportation, blood and blood components transferred within an institution for transfusion purposes do not require packaging and labeling as for shipping. It's kind of weird.
Will just threw me off with his facial hair. I didn't even know he had facial hair. Sorry, that was off track, but I was like, who the fuck is that?
Because you can see it with that man.
Okay. I can't be the only one that was looking at him and being like, who just joined into this group.
I've seen him in his car without the mask, so.
Yeah, I saw him the other day when I showed him Juno.
I was like, what's that?
Okay. What is the AAB and what do they provide?
American
Well, AAB.
Association
Credit
of Blood Banks.
Mm-hmm.
And they provide the good manufacturing practices for the blood bank.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
I wonder, do we also need to know that they're voluntary? Like, I wonder if she's going to put that on the test.
What?
Because if you look at like the practice questions, it's on there which one's voluntary.
Mm-hmm. I ain't hear her say nothing about it.
Well, this is always good to know, just in case.
Yeah. Who provides safe and helpful working conditions to ensure that all workers are safe?
OSHA.
OSHA.
Yeah.
If anyone got that wrong, that would have been bad.
I have another question. It was like, who provided standard precautions to decrease the occupational risk of bloodborne diseases such as hepatitis and HIV?
CDC?
CDC.
Mm-hmm.
Standard precautions? Pretty sure she might ask us about that again.
To treat everything You're the other bodily fluids is everything. It's contagious.
Yep. That's kind of basically it for chapter 1.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I did hear her say something about like the biohazard weights, but I don't remember her like going over it. Like,
Biohazard waste. That was just that one group. I forget what they're called. Like the environmentalist.
oh yeah, so
Right.
like the
That's right.
incineration.
EPA.
EPA?
Yeah, EPA. That was it.
Let it.
Yeah, that's it for chapter 1.
Okay. Chapter 2 is the immunology part. Foreign molecules that can stimulate an immune response are called
Immunogens.
immunogens. Yeah.
Oh. Ain't no doubt.
That's one of the
I didn't
things we
know that either.
highlighted. It's on the page 24 where it says immunogens versus antigens.
Does anyone else have trouble spelling the word foreign?
How what?
When I try to spell the word foreign, it is never the way I imagine it is. There's like a G in
How
there.
did you spell?
Yeah.
Well, I'm like foreign. I'm like FOREN or something like that. No G. It's not foreign.
Forward.
The antigen binds
What
to
is-
the. Oh, sorry.
Oh no, go ahead, Angelica. Go ahead.
The antigen binds to.
The antibody.
Yeah, the antibody.
FC portion.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Let me see. I have a couple of them right here. Main cell involved in immunity.
Lymphocyte.
Lymphocyte?
Yeah. And the humoral immunity involves.
B
The
cell.
antibody? Or is it just the B cell?
Yeah, B cells. And B cells produce
Antibodies.
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 Allogenic.
Cells or tissues from a genetically different individual.
Mm-hmm.
Debit or credit?
Autologous.
You'll insert right here. Upside down. There you go.
So many different machines.
CD4 are
CD4 T helper cells.
and CD8.
T cytotoxic cells.
Toxic.
CD8 kill what type of cells?
Viruses.
Tumor cells.
Tumor cells. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the third time that's come up.
What activates the classical
come one more time,
component
then.
complement pathway?
We're going to tell them again.
The classical, that's
They're
yeah, the antigen antibody reaction.
Antigen antibody.
on that.
Immunoglobulin is a what?
It's just an antibody
Antibody.
for protein.
They're drinking
And the 5 classes of immunoglobulins.
Gained.
Yeah. IgG, IgA, IgM, IgE, IgD.
Mm-hmm.
And
Is it
each
their problem
antibody
to
molecule
learn
has 4 chains
like
total.
Say it again.
What?
Each antibody molecule has 4 chains total. 2
Two lambda and two.
Oh yeah.
heavy chains?
Yeah.
2 heavy and 2 light.
Two light, two
Light
heavy
heavy
chain.
chain.
2
That's
heavy and
what
2
you
light,
mean.
and the 2
Solid.
lights are
Oh, yeah.
Kappa and lambda.
Kappa and
Kappa
lambda.
and lambda.
The Fab binds to the
Antigenic determinant.
Antigen
and the
determinant.
FC binds
Hold on, I know this one. Is it the antibody?
to the receptors of macrophages and neutrophils.
Oh, that's right.
IgM reacts at
Room temp.
room temperature, and IgG reacts at
Body temperature.
Body temp.
Body temp.
which is what in
37.
Celsius.
37 degrees Celsius.
37 degrees
Mhm.
Celsius.
IgM reacts at initial spin,
Yes.
and IgG reacts best at
Body temperature.
Body temperature.
37 degrees
like incubation.
Celsius and AHG.
G.
I mean,
What can cross the placenta?
IgG.
G.
IgG.
Yeah. Okay. What is prozone?
That's
Um,
abundance of antibodies.
Access antigens.
No,
Oh, it's antigens.
It's
it's
antibodies.
It's antibody.
Oh, I was
Yeah, I
right.
think
Yeah.
it's antibodies.
Prozone is
Postone.
antibody excess, and posone is antigen excess.
Postone
is
is
antigen.
Yeah.
The most clinically significant antibodies
IgM.
is IgG.
Wait, say that again.
The most clinically significant antibodies.
I think I'm gonna get for that the negative reaction and then the +1 confused because they're pretty much the same thing, but
They opposite, from
Yeah.
opposite.
Y'all remember what color tube we use for a DAT?
for a DAT,
Mm-hmm.
Was it pink or amber?
It was pink or lavender.
Lavender, okay.
Well, I mean, like we use pink for blood bank in general, so I think that kind of goes with.
Yeah.
yeah.
Is that it for chapter 3?
I believe so.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
it, pretty much. I'm gonna have to go back over this.
Oh, where can you locate information regarding reagent limitations?
In the procedure manual.
What'd you say?
Ain't it the package inserts?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
What regulatory agency provides licensure for blood banking reagents?
FDA.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, these are the study questions for chapter 3.
Yeah.
That was number 6 and number 7. What antibodies are present in polyspecific AHG reagent? Polyspecific. C?
that's IgG and
C3D,
yeah, C.
which is complement.
Mhm. I don't think we have to know number 9.
But isn't that B either way?
I thought so, but I don't know for sure.
I think it's B.
Number 9
Chapter 3, number
it says
9.
A in my
I
book.
got A for that.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah, so we don't have to know that.
No, I don't think so.
Number 12, select the method that uses the principle of sieving to separate larger agglutinants from smaller agglutinants in AgAB reactions.
Geotechnology.
Yeah.
What question was this?
12?
Well,
Number 12.
I think you skipped some.
Yeah, I did.
Oh, okay. Is it A?
Mm-hmm. It's gel.
Yep.
Okay. Number 15. What reagents are derived from plant extracts? That's why they have those weird names.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What are you on? My
It
computer.
says she's back on here now. Just her speaker thing's off. What?
Yeah, it had like kicked me off the session or something.
What is it, Trey?
So which
It
one?
says the recording is still in progress. Has that always been there?
Where?
Top left.
No,
I
Oh,
hadn't
no.
seen that.
I didn't either.
Miss Rebecca must have just done it.
Mm.
Were you on a number? Oh yeah, Miss Rebecca's right there.
Dang. Did he make a mess back there?
She's not talking to me.
He better not have picked all over that floor.
After the addition of anti-D reagent to a patient's red cell suspension, agglutination was observed. The result within anti-A reagent was negative. What is the interpretation of this patient's D typing? This is number 10 in
Thanks.
chapter 3.
The patient is D positive.
Yeah, D positive.
And convenience store. The women's bathroom.
Hold on. After. Yeah.
Yep.
Angelica's thing must be messed up.
What happened? Oh.
What?
I've been talking the whole time thinking that y'all could hear me.
No, your mic was off.
Oh my god. I'm over here asking and asking. No wonder y'all haven't been answering me.
We thought you
Your
left.
video.
No, it kicked me off. It said something about reload the session, and so I did, and then it took forever, and so I just logged off and logged back in.
Oh, well, if you'll click that little icon thing, it'll bring your photo back up.
You're about to share.
I think Miss Rebecca's recording now.
I think so too.
Angelica, we finished chapter 3 question.
Okay. I know that I was asking something. And that's whenever it cut off. And I don't remember what it was exactly that I was going to ask y'all.
Was it still in chapter 3?
Yeah.
Was it one of the questions on there, or was it some about like in the back there in the chapter?
Yeah, it was number 15. I just wanted to hear y'all answer it.
Oh, that's lectins,
That's
Yeah.
lectins.
because they're plants.
Yeah, that's why they have those weird names. Kind of like marijuana, cannabis. You know, it kind of has that. But,
Yeah.
I guess we can go on to chapter 4.
All right.
Do you make a mess there?
Okay, before we go to chapter 4, I have a question. When we doing the washes, why are we washing the food?
So that there's no antibodies, right?
Unbound protein.
Yeah.
Is it unbound proteins or antibodies?
Yeah.
Okay, I want to make
I
sure.
think so.
Mm.
Here, let me see where
Okay.
it at. Yeah, on page 60, that's what it says. It says it is essential to wash the red cells with saline for removal of unbound antibody molecules.
Okay.
Should we go on?
Yeah, let's move on.
Okay. So, blank is a molecule capable of eliciting an immune response.
Antigen.
Mm-hmm.
Mayo. Mayo.
Alright, so this chapter talks about genetics. Let's see. She said we didn't know about ISBT, right? Or did we?
ISBT. Where's the
Page 78.
78? ISBT. Oh,
I don't
that.
have anything about that.
Oh yeah, she said we don't need to know that.
Alright.
We didn't need to know which one. Okay.
ISBT.
Oh, okay.
Why is it important to give a pregnant woman the correct D antigen? Like if you're giving her blood or something like that, why is it important for to give her the correct D antigen?
Because we don't know the babies if it's D positive or not. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We don't know the babies. Antigen.
Why does a mom that is Rh negative have to receive Rogram? Is that pretty much the same what she just asked?
I think it's the same thing.
I think it goes
Yeah.
with it.
It all goes together.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because it's pretty much the answer. Because you don't know if the baby is positive.
And she said we need to know about the Punnett square, like how it works, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if we need to
What do y'all
know
think she's gonna
everything
ask about
it.
that? Like,
I mean, it might be something like, what's the percent chance of being like OO if you're AO and you're BO, something like that. I don't know if that's going to be on there or not, but
That might
That's
be
just
it,
some
and then we might
square.
have to like draw it
Oh, so-
out and show that we can, you know.
I thought she said something about like it, like she would give you, you know, like parent A and parent B, and you had to kind of know what the child would be. But I could be wrong.
the percentages of what the child could be.
kind of, I don't know if it was percentages. I think it might be like if you had parent that's A and a parent that's say B and B. Like if you have a baby that's O, you know, that kind of scenario thing.
If there's AA and BB, there cannot be an O.
That's what
That's
I'm
what she's
saying.
saying.
Like she would ask, can the baby be O, or what would the baby most likely be, or that kind of thing. Like I don't think it's going to be.
Well, what's the phenotype? What would be an example?
Phenotype? I wrote
You know,
on
it's gotta be
A.
like A, right?
Letter A.
So it would be like
It's
the first
one.
letter.
The one.
That's only one.
Phenotype is the first letter,
And
and genotype is
and-
that second one.
Is it?
Phenotype is both of them together.
Okay, that's what I thought.
So like if their blood type was A, their phenotype would be A, and then their genotype could be AA or AO, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the the AO genotype, it indicates that one parent contributed the A gene and the other contributed the O gene.
Mm-hmm.
So one parent,
Gives one.
yeah. Um, on page 81, I have a little tab that I put codominant. What is that from? Like,
Wait, what are you asking? Are you asking?
I don't remember why I wrote that.
Okay.
I think that's on
Well, let
under
me.
inheritance patterns on page 81.
Inheritance patterns. Yeah, it's also to the side that it says what codominant is, just equal expression of two different inherited alleles.
Yeah, I have and then I have a note to the side that says one from mom, one from dad.
That's what I have too. I
Yeah.
just wanted to know, like. Okay.
I didn't study that though.
Me neither.
Like, dominant would be like AO, like your dominant A. Codominant would be AA. They're both A. And
Okay.
recessive would be the O in AO.
Okay. All right. And now, Jackie, we can talk about the null because there's a null.
All right, the
phenotype.
RH null.
Yeah.
And you said it means you don't have any of the antigens in the RH system.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that
No,
null,
it just means like
it
it's
can go
it's blank.
to it can go to like any of the blood systems. I think. Because you know that there's the RH, there's the Lutheran, there's the Duffy, the Kid, and things like that.
What I have for null phenotype is that they're negative for all RH antigens, or all RH blood group systems.
Yeah. It says in blood group genetics, a recessive trait can express a null phenotype, such as Lutheran, A negative, B negative, RH null, or O phenotypes. So, page 82, the chromosomal assignment. That's the one where the dad can give to all his daughters, but not to his sons, and the mom can
Yeah.
give to both.
Both daughters and son.
Both.
Okay.
Because
And
it's on the
that-
X.
Yeah, that's the XG blood group system. Is that allele? Like XGA. Okay. What's an example of homozygous?
Homozygous.
Say that again.
Examples of homozygous?
It'd be like AA.
Yeah, AA.
Mm-hmm.
Or in the other blood group, which was the M&S, you could be MM
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
or NN.
And heterozygous?
You have two
It's
different,
like,
so like AB,
So
AO,
like
MN.
AA, yeah.
AO, AB, BO. And with the MNS group blood group system,
I know she kept saying you have to remember there's two.
Yeah, if you see M plus N minus, means that you have two N's.
and
Right.
okay, so in M plus N minus, which one is strong? Or
It'd be the homog.
M plus and N minus is stronger.
yeah,
No, it's M.
No.
Oh yeah, that's right.
the M is stronger.
Wait, what?
Well, the
Yes,
M,
it's
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's dominant. Yeah, two M's.
M plus M
it's
minus
M-
is stronger than M plus N plus.
No, I thought M plus was stronger because you have two.
no, M plus
No,
and M
it's-
plus
That's
is
what
you
he
have one
said.
of
It would
because
look
you
like
only have one of each. I'm sorry. Does it sound like I'm screaming?
Huh? What'd you say?
Does it
No,
sound like
I
I'm
need y'all to
screaming?
talk louder so I can hear.
I feel like I'm screaming too.
Yeah.
I might really be screaming, I don't know.
So in M plus N minus or M minus M plus, that one's stronger than the M plus N plus. Because in the M plus
Yeah, 'cause there's
N
two
plus,
M's
you
on
only
the other
have
one.
one of each. But on the other ones, where only one is positive, or plus, whatever, you have two of one on either one. Which is
Yeah, if you
Yeah.
look at the antigram on there, it shows you with the top one being 3 plus reactions and the bottom one being 1 plus reactions.
yeah. Where there you can see where that it's stronger. Whenever it only has a plus under the M, the reaction is stronger than whenever it has a plus under both.
Mm-hmm.
And that's expressed as what? It's under quotations.
Oh, double dose.
Yeah. And the other one is single dose. The crossing over is the exchange of genetic material during what?
Meiosis.
Meiosis.
Yeah. Um. Relationship testing, that's for paternity testing, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, so what is HLA?
I wasn't sure what it means, but that's the one that,
Yeah, I don't know what it
I
means
don't
either. I
know,
was
doesn't
asking.
it, is that the, what I have in my notes is HLA is best at determining paternity. I don't know what it means. I don't know what HLA stands for.
Yeah, me neither. Do we have to know about direct exclusion and indirect exclusion?
I've been studying indirect exclusion, but I don't have anything for direct.
Okay, well, what do you have for indirect?
Let's see.
HLA stands
That's pretty
for leukocyte antigen.
Human leukocyte antigen.
Mm-hmm.
For indirect exclusion, I have failure to find an expected marker in a child when the alleged father is apparently homozygous for the gene. So pretty much
Yeah.
when a child doesn't have what the dad was supposed to give it.
That means
And
that that's
how
not
you
the
can
baby
determine
daddy,
it's
right?
not. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
And then do y'all remember how to do the calculation of a combined phenotype?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, there was that.
Do y'all think she's gonna give? Because to find these numbers, you have to look in the package
I think
insert. Do you think she's gonna
I think she's gonna give
us the numbers?
She's gonna give us the percentage.
Okay. I was hoping so because
We would have to Google it
unless
otherwise.
she was
'Cause
gonna
we don't
give us
know.
the package insert.
She could do that. She might print out a piece of paper or something.
Did somebody sleep?
no.
Kind of sounds like it.
Maybe Shalirik.
Shalir, you awake?
I am up.
Oh.
I have this in my notes. What's a viral marker test performed on donors for infectious agent?
Say that part again.
What's a viral marker test performed on donors for infectious agent?
Hello?
Are you done?
No.
No.
Oh, we're still
I have
we're on the
nucleic
last chapter
acid
now, though.
testing for that. I'm not sure what page it's on, but that's what I have in my notes.
What about it?
Nucleic acid
We really can't
testing.
find anything, but there's a file that we don't know if you would like it though.
No, I want to
Honestly,
dress.
y'all,
Nobody else
going
has
through
that.
all,
On
with us
I
going
don't.
through all of this, with us
Oh, wait.
honestly going through all of this is making me really, really, really nervous.
Okay then.
Like,
Bye.
Bye.
Me too.
I can't.
Wait,
After
did
the
y'all
first
answer it?
test- And the donor testing,
Huh?
like,
Did y'all answer it?
Yeah, I have nucleic acid testing for that.
Viral marker testing for the detection of viral RNA is known as nucleic acid testing.
Where's that at?
Page 87. It's it's
Oh.
like in the third paragraph.
Yeah, I gotta start by it. NAT.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You said page 27, third paragraph?
No,
87.
87. 87.
87, third paragraph. Okay.
PCR amplifies
no.
what?
What was that?
PCR amplifies what?
DNA fragments.
DNA.
Mm-hmm. And I remember she said something. The way she worded
It's
it.
very sensitive, right?
You
Yeah.
said it's more
Yes,
sensitive
it's
and
very
it
sensitive.
amplifies DNA.
Mm-hmm. And what type of test, or like, yeah, what type of test is it? Like in vivo or in vitro?
I have no idea. In vitro, I guess.
Yeah, that's on page 88.
Yeah.
It says PCR is an in vitro technique.
Yeah.
Oh, and she said to know the definition for chimerism.
Wait, for where is this?
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
chimerism. Yeah, page 91. Mixture of donor and recipient cell populations after hematopoietic stem cell transplants. Man, I really hope there's a lot of multiple choice on this next test.
Me too.
Me too.
I have a feeling. Have y'all been studying your procedures?
I have not been studying it too hard, but I have been studying them some.
I started the procedures
I have a
for what
feeling
we
that might
went
be.
over in lab.
Yeah, me too. I have a
You
feeling
said
one of those might be on like the bonus or something.
Yeah, probably either the
From
slow
the-
suspension or the immediate spin test, which we answered those earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She said that basically, like, there's a little bit of stuff that's not, but almost everything on this chart was going to be on the test.
On this front page.
On this, on the handout in general.
On this
Okay.
test?
Yeah, she said to know, like, the steps, be able to, like, I think we might have to, like, explain the steps step by step.
That's what I was saying. But I'm sure it would only be for the ones that we've done in lab, right? Because
Yeah, we don't
We
know.
might
about that.
have to do a panel, even though we haven't been able to do that yet. Because, like, we've talked about panels a little bit, but I'm not sure.
I'm just worried because she was saying that we will have to like think hard and like actually understand what the question's asking us.
That sounds to me like it's just going to be the way questions are worded for like multiple choice and fill in the blank stuff.
Yeah.
It's just like the questions are going to be worded in a way where you're going to really need to think about it.
Angelica, are you watching something?
No.
Never mind.
I just grabbed a cookie.
You grabbed a cookie? Oh, that might have been it. Because like I seen something like on your screen, like beside your head, and I was like, yeah, that's what it was. I thought you had a ghost in your house. But there was a question she asked, and I wrote it down, and it said, if the patient has B positive blood with the K antibody, what kind of blood do they need?
Okay, antibody. They need B positive blood without the K.
Antibody.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's going to be stuff like that, like questions like that.
Mm-hmm.
That's not too bad. That's kind of common sense.
Basically, like stuff that's going to keep us from like know if we're going to kill a patient or not.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, also they could receive the O or B minus or B negative, but it's mostly the we don't want to give them the K antigen.
Does everybody have paper, pen, or pencil, and a calculator?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need to go in
so that we can do number exercise 4.5 on page 94. That's that calculation thing.
Page 94.
Oh, 4.5? Okay. Y'all don't say the answer until everybody's done, okay?
All right, yeah, I'm kind of slow on these.
It says, following antibody identification, your patient possesses anti-K, anti-JK. Ain't that like kid or something like that? Anti-E.
That might be.
How many red blood cell units do you need?
What?
Page 94.
Okay.
How many units do you need to screen to find 2 antigen negative red blood cell units? And then for the E, 30%, K, 9%, 77%. Okay. And now we subtract those numbers from 100, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
So 100
Yeah.
minus 30 is 70. 100 minus 9 is 91. And 100 minus 77 is 23. All right. And now we multiply. But we turn those percentages into decimals first, right?
Yeah, so it'll be 0.70
Yeah.
and 0.91, 0.23.
Yeah, 0.70 times 0.91 times 0.23. And that is 0.70 times 0.91 times 0.23 0.14651.
Yeah.
Okay, and now we round that.
Huh?
We turn that into a decimal, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which is
Yeah, you gotta times it.
first we round it and then we times it.
Mm-hmm.
So it'll be 0.15, which
Huh?
goes to 15%, right?
Yeah.
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 Okay. And now we know that the probability of finding 1 unit for a negative of all those antigens is 15 out of 100 units.
Yep.
But we need 2. So now we cross multiply. So we put 15
Yep.
over 100 equals 2 over x. 15x equals 200 divided by the 200 by 15,
Yep.
and it's 13.3333, which just would be
Yep.
13 units.
13.
13.
Does everybody get that?
Yep.
Yep.
So first step is knowing the percentages and all that, and then we subtract those percentages from 100.
Mm-hmm.
Turn those percentages into decimals and multiply them together. Your answer, you round it and then turn it into a percentage. And then from there,
Yeah.
you cross multiply with the amount of units needed.
Yeah.
And the way
Yep.
you do that formula, you put the answer that you got as a percentage over 100 equals the amount of units needed over x.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then since you can't have units in decimal, just put it as a whole number.
Yeah.
Right.
Because you can't have you don't have half a blood unit.
Yep. Is that it for this chapter? I guess now we can
Looks
do
like
the
it.
review questions. Okay, well, we can do another exercise, the 4.1. That's the phenotype shit. Determine probable phenotype and probable genotype of the father. I don't get it. Hold on.
So those 4 at the bottom are his kids. Is that what it's saying?
I think so, but we have to find out the dad's phenotype and genotype.
Mm.
And genotype.
Okay.
That's kind of hard.
Yeah. That's why this is like critical thinking. I think that's why Miss Rebecca said we have to like think for this test as well.
Yeah.
Study involving the ABO system.
Alright, I think I figured it out.
You think it's AB?
I think I might have 2, but I want to make sure.
You think it's AB?
He has to be AO because there's an O child.
Oh,
And the mom is
What about
BBO.
A?
Mm-hmm.
The mom is BO. So there's a
The mom is
25%
BA?
chance for there to be an A. Yeah, there's a 25% chance for O, 25% chance for AB, and then there's a. Wait, there's an A and yeah, and then there's a 25% A for and
Mom
25%
is
chance
A.
for B.
Well, maybe mom is AO
Dad?
and dad is
Okay.
BO.
Okay, is mom A? Wait, who is the?
Mom.
Which is the circle? What is circle? Is circle mom?
Yeah, because the question mark is on the dad.
Mom with a circle A is mom.
Circle A is mom. Okay, mom is AO, dad is BO.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't say what the. It does say determine the probable phenotype and probable genotype. So you would, yeah, that means
Yeah.
square would be dad.
Y'all use your brains more than me because I didn't know how to start that.
You have to look down at the children. Once I saw A,
At the
B,
kids,
and an
yeah.
O. Once I saw there was an O type, I knew that they both had to be, like they both had to have an O.
Okay. Yeah, I get it.
And then since one kid is B and one kid is AB, that means, and then mom's A, so one kid had to be B, unless that wasn't the dad.
Yeah.
But this
I meant
is
the dad
but
had
yeah,
to be A. I meant dad had to
the
be
dad is B.
BO. Yes.
So dad
got
is
it.
BO and mom is AO.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
Exercise 4.4 is the one with the what's it called?
Oh yeah.
Chromosomal
chromosome.
assignment. So right here we see that. Okay, so the sons are squares. That means that the dad is the square and the dad is positive for that gene, the XGA
So they should.
gene.
So that means that
the sons
XY.
don't have it, right?
Sons don't have it.
Right.
There's XY.
So that means that the sons are XGA negative.
Yes.
Mhm.
Now, if the mom would have
Because he
been,
gives it to the daughters only, right?
yep,
Right.
and the circles
Because
represent,
if mom was positive, she'll give it to the daughters and the sons, right?
yeah. So
Yes.
it's
But
like,
she's
Yeah.
negative.
yeah. If she were positive, then all the kids would be positive for that gene.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So we all kind of got that, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, I understand that.
Yeah.
Okay. Study questions. Page 95, number 1. Which of the following describes the expression of most blood group inheritance?
Is it co-dominant? I gotta look at that one up.
Because co-dominant is one from a mom and one from a dad.
One from the parent.
Dominant is like,
Just from one parent.
and
One.
then dominant is like
Yeah.
AO.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Wait, what was it? Most blood group inheritance.
The way that question is just worded is confusing.
So the answer is what?
The answer is D.
The answer is codominant. Yeah, D. Because on page 81, the first sentence, it says, well, the first sentence on the second paragraph, it says, in most cases, blood group antigens are inherited in an autosomal codominant pattern.
Oh. I see.
Okay. Number 2. With which of the following red cell phenotypes would anti-JKA react most strongly?
It would be
B.
B.
B?
That's what I say. I don't know if that's right. I say B.
I say B too. Where's the answers at? Chapter 4, number 2, B. Yeah, that's right. Number 3. In relationship testing, what is the criterion for a direct exclusion?
Is it D? Genetic markers present in the child that are absent. I don't understand that. Genetic markers.
Direct exclusion.
Well,
was,
indirect exclusion is
I think.
Indirect
the genetic
exclusion.
marker is. Wait, what was it?
Okay, direct exclusion
For
is
indirect.
the child has inherited a genetic marker that is not found in the mother or the father. So it is D.
Yeah.
D. Okay.
Indirect would be that it's
Just the father.
It's absent in the kid.
Absent in the father.
Yeah. Wait.
Or I thought it was the
It-
kid had a trait that the dad was supposed to have.
No. Page 86, indirect exclusion is the child lacks a genetic marker that the father should have transmitted to all of his offspring.
Yeah, that's what I said, right?
So yeah, if it was that way, if it was worded that way, the B would be the answer.
What?
Sorry, not B. C. Wait, no, yeah, B. I'm saying if it was an indirect, if it was indirect, B would be the answer.
Yeah. But it's asking for direct, so it's a D.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
It's D.
Okay. For which of the following items is a useful genetic marker for relationship testing? Ain't it like polymorphic or something?
It's B.
Yeah. Page 85. Polymorphism. Right? Four. B. Yeah. Number 5. What term describes the inheritance of two of the same alleles from each parent? Same.
That's A. Homozygous.
Homozygous.
Yep, because it's two of the same. Six. What term describes alternate forms of a gene at given genetic loci? Yeah. Amorphs? Right?
It's A.
Oh, is it A?
Yeah, it's A.
Oh, never
A.
mind.
Yeah, alleles.
Well, what's amorphs then? I know that I highlighted it.
I did too. I think it's A.
Amorphs are similar to null phenotypes.
Oh, yeah.
Mm.
Produce phenotypes, often called null phenotypes. Okay. So, alternate forms of a gene, alleles. Okay. 7. What is the name of a technique that uses a small amount of DNA and amplifies it? PCR, right?
PCR.
8. What is the term for a gene that does not express a detectable product?
We just talked about that.
Yeah, we just said that one. That's a more.
Yeah, null.
It's 80.
9. What is the name of a synthetic single-stranded DNA? that determines the sequence of DNA for amplification in the PCR reaction. Nucleotide?
DNA primer.
DNA?
Yeah, that's right. It's C.
DNA primer. Where is PCR? Okay. 10. What is the mode of inheritance when the genes are located close together on the same chromosome and inherited as a unit? Crossover?
That's A, inherited as a haplotype.
We didn't even talk about this, I think.
No, we didn't.
No.
Sometimes it's like that in these questions.
Okay, well, we can just go to another question that we have talked about.
Mm-hmm.
I think we should know number 12. I mean, like, not for the test, but we did talk about it and highlighted it. Where is a gene inherited in a cis position to another gene located? Wouldn't it be C?
On the same chromosome?
Yeah.
Yeah, it says C.
Okay.
Do y'all want to do number 14?
Yeah, we can
Yeah.
do that.
So patient RJ types as a group O with anti-D and anti-K alloantibodies and requires 1 unit of red blood cells. What percentage of the white population would be compatible with her serum? Okay, so 0.45 is 45%, so 100 minus 45 equals 55, 100 minus 15, 85, 100 minus 91 is 9. And then multiply 55 times 85 times 9. No. .55 times 0.85 times 0.9. Okay. Zero 0.42, 42. Oh, I think it's C, right? We're supposed to they already gave it to us worked out. I think we were just supposed to multiply that. Right? Hold on. 14, chapter 4, 14, B. Yeah. Did y'all get that?
I'm trying to figure this one out. I'm confused.
Okay, so they already gave it to us. They already gave us the percentages, you know, with the that's already subtracted from 100. All we had to do was turn those, the 0.45 0.15 and 0.91 into percentages, which would be 45%, 15%, and 91%.
And then multiply them.
Yeah, you multiply the 0.45, 0.15, and 0.91, and it gives you 0.06, which would be 6%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's B, yeah.
We didn't
Yeah,
have
I
to.
see that. I was
working it out
I was
too.
subtracting each of by 100.
Yeah, I had already worked it out too, and it had given me 42%. So I was like, that's not right. So I just multiplied what they gave us, and that gave me the 6%.
Yeah, that's gonna mess me up.
So when it's only
just one
asking-
that's already worked up.
I think if she
When it's
asks,
asking for only one unit,
yeah, it's only asking for
when
one.
it's asking
unit.
for only one unit, do you? Huh?
Huh?
When it's asking for only one unit, you don't have to you stop after you multiply. You said that should be.
Yeah, it is B, but right here they didn't give us the other percentages that we had to subtract from, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cause where is it at?
But I'm saying after you multiply, and then
Yeah, right here we
put
wouldn't have
that
to do
number into
the
a percent, that's where you stop.
yeah for one, because we don't have to figure out how much we need for two, so we don't need to cross multiply. Right here, it's really only asking for the percentages, the percentage of the white population.
So for this one, you just multiply the three numbers there together.
Yeah,
You're not having to subtract them from 100.
yeah.
So like why is that? Like why are we not, like why they give us this one here? Like how do we know if it's that or if it's from like in the other one we did have to subtract? What's the difference?
She did go over that. I remember her saying something about it, how sometimes it'll give it to you already.
Okay. Well, the thing is that
Um,
whenever we subtract from 100, the numbers that we subtract from 100, they're positive.
Yeah.
And these are negative, which means that these are the ones that you already subtracted from the 100. You know what I mean?
That's right. That's how she said it. Yeah, she did
Because
say
on
that.
page 86,
Wait, what?
on page 86, the numbers that we subtract 100 from, those antigens, right? Antibodies? Antigens? Shit. They're positive.
Antibodies.
Yeah, they're positive. And once we get the numbers that we need, they're negative
They're negative.
because we can't give them
She
positive.
did explain that.
Yeah. And on page
The O one's not negative though.
well, no, because that's group O. That's like the type of blood, right?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I think that's why it wouldn't have a negative on it, because the D
A
already
negative
has,
on the letter, right?
yeah. There's not going to be a negative on the O because the negative's on the D.
And it's a negative on the K too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see
Okay.
now.
So I see, yeah, that's how you know it's negative. Okay.
I don't want to confuse y'all.
Okay, so when it's negative, what does that mean? What do we do just because it's negative?
Whenever it's
You
negative,
just go ahead and multiply.
yeah, go ahead and multiply.
Oh, okay.
If it's
Like you
positive, you
skip a
still
step.
have to subtract from the 100.
Gotcha.
Yeah, because when they're giving in the whatever we're using that tells us the percentages, it only tells us the positives. It doesn't tell us the negatives.
Mm-hmm.
So to find the negatives, you have to do math.
Y'all get it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mostly.
We didn't read number 15. Or 16.
I don't know if I just put a star by this just because, but number 16, I remember putting a star by that word. Let me go see what page.
Anti.
On page 80.
80. Okay.
I have a star by that. And when I put a star by it, like she told us to like highlight it.
Okay. Well, now we have to understand it. Opposite antigens encoded at the same locus.
All I have highlighted for that is that a word, antithetical, whatever means opposite. That's all I have.
Okay.
And I'm
Yeah,
pretty
it's
sure she
opposite
told us to highlight
antigens.
it. I don't know.
So it's opposite antigens?
Yes.
Okay. Um, 17. Red cells with the genotype MM show stronger agglutination reactions with anti-M than red cells with genotype MN. What term describes this effect?
Dosage effect.
Dosage? Yeah. Remember, double dose, single dose.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, $19. What genetic information is provided by hemagglutination testing for red cell antigens? In it phenotype?
Phenotype. Mm-hmm.
19.
Yep.
C. Chapter. Yeah, phenotype. 20. What genetic information is provided by DNA assays for red cell antigens?
There's genotype too.
Genotype.
I mean, it's genotype, not phenotype.
Yeah, it's genotype.
Genotype.
Do we know 21 and 22, or like did we not read over that?
I'm not sure.
I don't think we went over 22. I don't know about 21.
Okay. Well, let's see number 21. From the list, select the situations where molecular red cell antigen typing would be useful. You can select more than one. So, red cell antigen typing. Solving an ABO discrepancy. Here, hold on. Antigen typing.
What do y'all think?
That's all the above.
Yeah, all the above.
That's all of them?
Mm-hmm. It's red cell antigen typing. That's just like the normal forward typing and
Yeah.
reverse typing, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, you use that for all these.
Was that it?
Looks like it.
Think so.
How does everybody
How do y'all
feel?
think y'all are gonna do?
Well, I'm not going to think about that. I'm just going to continue studying.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
Hang up and keep studying. I'm not gonna over study, but I'm gonna go back over
Yeah.
some.
Yeah.
I'm going to study as much as I can tonight, and then tomorrow before the test, probably do the same thing.
Yep. And I think we'll all do
I'm gonna
great.
get up early in the morning.
I'm gonna
Okay.
listen to the lecture because I record her lectures on voice memos, and that's what I use to take notes as well.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
And like
Do whatever you do best.
I have one for 2 hours, one for an hour and 52, 2 hours, an hour and 58, an hour and 21. It's a lot.
Okay.
But I'm gonna make my Word document with my notes, and I'll try to share it with y'all, and y'all can just read over it and see what y'all can use from it.
Okay, where are you gonna share that on?
Group me. I'm gonna try to put it on there.
The group.
Okay.
It'll be over chapter
Well,
1
all
through
right.
4.
Okay.
All right.
Alrighty.
I'll see you
See y'all
guys
tomorrow.
tomorrow.
Good
All right.
luck, everybody.
All right.
Bye. Same to you.
Yeah, thanks.